SAP for Insurance works with insurance in all lines of business and all elements of the value chain. They foresee a future where business models turn into business network, connecting InsurTech, insurance and digital ecosystems. Today, SAP will give insight in how these networks can support the insurance industry and what insurers and InsurTechs can achieve when this power is extended in the areas like mobility and travel, health and housing. Next on stage, SAP.
Hello, good morning everybody. My name is Tony Tomic. I'm the Global Head of Insurance at SAP. And today I'd like to speak to you about really the future business models of within insurance, how business networks, industry clouds, connecting insurtechs, insurers and digital ecosystems actually as well play a role in our strategy. And I want to highlight a couple of use cases that we're currently working on with our customers and with our insurtech partners. So I'm always intrigued by a study that was published a year ago by McKinsey that says that by the year 2030, there will be $65 trillion to $70 trillion coming from 12 12 new integrated network ecosystems. And none of these ecosystems is actually insurance, banking, capital markets or so, right? It really is about travel, it is about mobility, it is about wealth, it is about health. And I would like to really explain to you what we as SAP do today together with our customers, in that sense. So speaking about business networks, we have basically three pillars of our corporate strategy. One is really business transformation as a service and helping our customers to move to the cloud. The other one is really being a business network for our customers. And the third one is really helping our customers becoming sustainable and intelligent enterprises. So to have the capability to do that, we even invested last year $600 million into launching a joint venture for the financial services space called SAP Pioneer, to have different possibilities to partner as well with the insurtechs, with the insurers, and as well have joint ventures in this regards. So why do we believe that mobility, wealth, health is so important? Well, I'll do a deep dive into a couple of customer cases. A customer of ours is Discovery, right? And the majority of you will know Discovery for their Vitality program. What Discovery asked us is, can we take our health engagement platform globally? Right? Can we, on the benefit side, co-innovate? So they've put their solution on our industry cloud, and so we as well go to market jointly to have a solution for the industry in the areas of health. Right? But not only that, they decided not to only have behavioral insurance, but as well behavioral banking. Yeah, and they launched the first behavioral bank as well based on our platforms, and they had in the first week 20,000 new customers on these platforms. Right? So that's one example. And I think that talent actually, the talent network is a great other example. So we have a multinational French company that currently is working with us on a project where we are evaluating how to embed insurance services in the network that we have, where we have 278 million 78 million people on our platforms, right, for talent management solutions, and how to provide advice in terms of life, health, wealth to these individuals using our systems, right, and how to develop a joint business model in this regard. So that's why I think the talent network aspect is really crucial, and especially if we think about new revenue pools for insurers in that sense, and how to really go directly to the individual. And give proper advice to that. The most important part I found, and the most important ecosystem that I recognize, is really the B2B one. You might not know that SAP is actually the Amazon of the B2B business, right? We are the largest network of buyers and suppliers with 5 million companies on it, on our Ariba network, and with 700 billion of transactions on an annual basis on it. So think about injecting credit risk insurance into this, right? Another example out of that sense is coming from a multinational Swiss insurer, which we are currently as well working on, where they are asking us, SAP, can you have so many manufacturing customers that run systems for supply chain, right? can we, for those joint customers that we have, come up with the analytical capabilities where we inject our risk expertise and where we have a view on the supply chains and where we can really look into whether these supply chains are at risk, whether a certain vendor is at risk, and so on. So that's, and in the end, can we put it as well on your industry cloud store, right, for the benefit of all into that sense. So these are kind of things that we work into that direction. A customer of ours, Ergo Mobility Solutions, has launched a digital venture really to provide mobility services. Have they selected us because we've been the best of breed solution in that space for policy claims and so on? No, they've not. But they've selected us because of the capabilities, how we work with BMW, how we work with Volvo, how we work with Great Wall Motors, and how we work with the broader ecosystem. And obviously, you might not be aware of that in the Netherlands, 70% of all collections and disbursements actually runs through our systems. A startup company of ours called Troy is actually using the capabilities which we have in our billing and payments and building intelligent debt collection on top of that. Yeah, so that really they can address customers that are not paying through different social media channels, right? So there's a business model for the insurtechs into that sense as well. And in the end, as stated, one of the 3 pillars of our strategy is sustainability. I think that we manage the biggest books in the business today. So I think we have forwarded 3 trillion assets under management on SAP investment accounting platforms. Imagine what you can do if you partner up with us as an insurtech, for example, to provide really the advice how to be successful on a sustainability trajectory that you're having there, right? So the biggest books in that business, be it of AXA or be it of Allianz, are actually running on those solutions. So how can we work together, right? So I think we can work together actually in 3 areas. In one area, which all is about funding, we as SAP have a IT venture capital fund called Sapphire Ventures. This IT venture capital fund actually is about 10 billion assets under management big. This is for those startups that are at the very, I would say, end, right before an IPO or looking for an M&A. Then we have SAP IO, which is for the, I would say, garage type of companies until kind of the first funding is happening. And that would be on the funding side. On the innovating side, we have SAP's Industry Cloud. We're just launching our financial services cloud. A strong partner of ours here is obviously our daughter company, SAP Pioneer, right, that are providing the SAP solutions to Industry Cloud, but we have companies like MyWave AI, companies like ThinkPilot that already are as well on our Industry Cloud in our store. And we help insurtechs as well in scaling. We have a dedicated program for startups and fintechs called Grow by SAP, where we actually are the provider for HR solutions or for finance solutions to the insurtech world, and that's dedicated really and focused on fintechs. Companies like Molly, Klarna, and so on, Bitstamp are partners of ours in that domain. So what else can I say, right? Let's connect together, meet us at our living room. And we have some very nice showcases really about direct insurance, sustainability, and I think we have a very hot roundtable about sustainability and how it was implemented with the Ergo Group and with PwC. Thank you very much.